What's up with it, y'all? True life stories here. You feel me? Look, man. We always complain about shit being hard, right? Shit's supposed to be hard at times. You gotta get drugged through the mud to know what happiness even feel like. Sometimes you gotta go through these things. You gotta go through these things in life. Just take it as a learning experience. And what you don't learn in this life, hopefully you'll learn in the next. Or the next, which everything in this life you probably already have known and already experienced. You just don't know that. It's hard to see it as the individual that you are, but remember, you are everything. You are. You are struggle. You are all these things, and the way they come upon us in this lifetime, I know it's just hard. It's so hard to see and understand, why things the way they are, but we living in so many different realities at once that in some places it's probably just good. It's probably just always good, but whatever's going on in these other realities is what's making happen here in some sort of way. But when it get hard, man, don't fucking get too down. That's why we created the Truth Fam. So if something going on in your life, pick somebody to talk to, somebody who you feel comfortable with talking to, because we all close. When I have problems, I talk to certain people. I talk to Dame Mo. I talk to King Oz, depending on the situation. That's depending on the person I'm gonna talk to for whatever problem I'm having right now, because a lot of these people, they help us solve these problems, because we are one, we are each other. And you're going to solve the problem no matter what it is. You're going to solve it. That's what you're going to do. So even when you turn to other people and you look for information, that's just you talking to yourself, telling you what you need to hear or what you actually wanted to hear. And that's what I'm starting to learn, and all these things are connected in a weird kind of way that it's just like I said, it's hard for us to see, because we don't pay attention to every minute, every second, every millisecond, everything that go on. We don't actually pay attention to it. We just focus on some things, on the things that we feel are necessary, you know. But if you dealing with anything, don't, like, even me, don't be scared to come to me. Hit me up sometimes. I chat with you. That's what we here for. We here to help each other out, and to make things better for each other. Because, and another thing I was tripping off, right? I'm starting to understand that when we go and we talk to people about these things, we need to get it out our mind that they don't understand what we saying. That's one thing that we have to change, because once you do that and you create that, every time you talk to somebody, even if they in agreement with you, you gonna feel like they're not. And I seen myself do this several times, to where me and the person was saying the same thing, but I felt like, just because probably they wasn't saying it how I was saying it, that we weren't saying the same thing, or that they didn't want to listen to what I was saying, when in actuality all this is going on in my head. Not unless somebody say, I don't want to hear that. That ain't what I'm trying to hear. Or they tell you I don't agree. A lot of times you be agreeing with a person, but then they perspective be so different than yours, that you take it that way, because you already created that way before you even started talking to them. You already created the fact that don't nobody listen, when you want to talk about these things. And then everybody don't have to even listen when you talk about these things. That's why you don't go to no plumber to get your car fixed. You don't go to no mechanic to get your sink fixed. You got to start learning how to use the right tools for the right job, and talk to the right people in order to get the right things out of life that you want. And that's what I think we having a problem with, is we're going to the wrong people. Okay, if they don't want to talk about that, then the things that they like, that you might like, then that should be the topic of conversation. You should go to them for the things that you might actually need, other than the information that you need from the all, or from the all, or from whatever. what we talk about, the DMT and the mushrooms and things of that nature. You know, we got to start getting it out our head that people don't want to actually listen. Because then once we do that, every time we even run into that person, we already got that thought there that they're not going to pay attention. Oh, they're not listening. Oh, well, you know, we already put those thoughts there, so we create it before we even get to them. And that's something that I just learned, you know, because like I said, I was talking to someone and that's what happened. They were saying the same thing to me as I was saying to them, but in my mind, I already had that they weren't listening to me, you know, just from the facial expressions, or you know, or the way they express themselves when they talk to me. I felt like they weren't hearing me, and like I was like kind of cutting them off at times because I was getting overwhelmed with myself, and believing that they not paying attention or they don't want to hear this. And it's like we both were saying the same thing. So that's something I got to teach myself too, you know. And I'm starting to pay attention to a lot more things like that, you know, because when you start understanding that you just talking to yourself, when you get to talking to somebody else, you damn near know what they're gonna say. You already know because you know that person. You already know that person. You know, especially if they somebody close to you, so you already know what they gonna say. So it's like, you know, just you know, try to understand me. I know a lot of times I'll be all over the place, but that's just how it is. Life is all over the place. You feel me? But I just had to share that. Thank everybody, all the people, the new people that joined the channel, and thank you, the old ones that are here. And you know, we're gonna keep this going. You know, the Discord is open for people to come and venture off into any direction, just about any direction. So check out that Discord. So when we do go live, you know, you can come in and you can tell us what you know. You can tell us your story, whether it's a dream, a trip, or it don't matter, you know, because all these, everything that we say counts. Everything that we say actually counts, you know, even if it's not understood. Everybody's not going to understand you, you know. But the ones that do understand you, make sure those the ones you need to be close to is the ones that actually understand you. You know? Peace out though. Thanks for joining. And make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to videos every once in a while. But always hit that like button. I don't care if you don't share, it don't matter. But hit that like button and YouTube will share for me. But thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Peace and love, true fam.